Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Deceptor Lab. And this your boy Freeze with your con highlight of the week. So every week I get on here and I talk about a particular bot. And this week I actually want to start talking about bots that are on my wish list. And so this week I want to talk to you about Brawl. Because I said I've been telling you guys for a while I've been needing more ranged options. And so this is where I'm pursuing right now. I'm currently about 500 or so, a little less than 500 5-star shards out. And so I'll tell you what I think about it after this. Alright, so I'm back and let's go ahead, and since we're going to talk about Brawl today, so I've already got them built up, and this is on the test server since this is some of my wish list items. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And so, alright, so I've already got mine packed, they're pretty built up. I've actually got them built up a little bit more than that on my live server. And then, you know, we can see the newest healer to the game, Flatline. And, you know, hopefully some of you guys got him as a leaderboard prize, you know, during this event. So go into the comments, tell me how your leaderboard event went, man. You know, I said we did pretty good. I said I want to say we came in 32nd for where I was playing that with the with $2 Horde this weekend, which I was perfectly okay with. I didn't want to deal with some of the other drama that went up there. I'll probably talk about that a little bit more during Freezy's press room this week, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to talk about the fact that I'm about to get a new 5-star bot soon. And hopefully it's him, man. Hopefully it's Brawl. So we'll go ahead and we'll talk about some of the statistics. And so for me, by default, I got a gunner. I'm going to run Volatile Mixture on him. I also have G1 Brawl Core and the G Metal. And so we'll talk about what I will and won't do with that. I kind of talked about it a little bit, I think, last week. So I got him up here at ability 11. As it stands currently, if I get a 5-star here soon, I'll have enough to maybe carry him to about ability 6 or 7. But we'll see how it goes, depending on how long it takes me to get it, this 5-star. So some of the things that I'm looking at it. He's got pretty good DPS right now. I've got him at level 61. I'll probably build him up a little bit more in a moment. And I've also, you know, got Fireline on him. And one of the reasons why I did that is I wanted to double down on some of that fire damage that I use if I got his G1 core engaged. And so that's where I got him set up right now. Just in me playing around with him a little bit. I like him. I think he's got good range, and I think he'll be a good addition to my team. And it puts me in a batch where I got a lot of safe picks. So that's what I'm looking at going forward. So let's go give him a spin. Let's go take a base trial real quick, just to see what I can get out of him. So yeah, I've been looking for. If you looked at my previous video where I was talking about the Transformers Nerf Wars concept, and one of the things that I was discussing was why I don't pick out a certain batches, but batch 4 is a batch that I have no problem clearing that batch out, because I think every single bot in that batch I don't have a problem with. But hopefully my next one is Brawl, because I just really need ranged options and I really need healing options, so I'll be happy with either one of those. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run Brawl and I'm going to run Flatline, just to try to keep some little bit of health. And one thing I like is Brawl has some really good range. And man, those autocannons are pretty high damage and pretty high in health. You know, this one's got HVS on it. But you know, I'm starting to melt these things down pretty easily with the Fireline combat. Yeah, like I don't mind putting the healer behind them, letting the healer kind of do its thing. But one thing I like about the ability is you can see I can put it in between different defenses. And so right now I'm putting in between that mortar and that missile launcher, and it pretty much gets the job done for the mortar. Come back with fire line, get the and get that missile launcher down, and I'm just letting this dude work right now, and I haven't even used the ability of flatline yet, so he's just really just doing this thing right now. I like the cost of the ability. You know, it's going up +2 each time, so not too bad. And with the assistance of a healer, like, he's really clearing some stuff out. You know, with the assistance of the healer and the assistance of a combat, this is one of those bots that I say, hey, I don't mind using to try to go get some additional, damage out of just different bots. I mean, get some additional damage out of build bots. Try to go get those build bots out the way. He's got the range for that. I really like him. So I'm gonna run him in the base trial again, because I was just kind of just letting him just do his own thing for the most part there. So I'll go back with that same team. And I honestly just really like, I like him. I like his G1 core, but the G1 core is fire based, and if you've been watching some of my other videos, fire elemental damage, like I've been saying a couple of times, is under attack. And so one of the reasons why while this would be one of my primary go-tos would be to use fire line, and my primary go-to would be to use this G1 core. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put this G1 core on right now. Let me go grab it real quick. That would be one of the ways that I would want to use this bot. But at the same time, one thing that I was advocating for when I was talking about the Transformers Nerf Wars video was, hey man, having capable backups. And one of the things that I wanted to do was have one of each different type of really strong G1 power core. I mean G metal power core, excuse me. And so for my gunners, I want to have volatile mixture, just so if I do run into a situation where, like, I'm on war and they are minimizing the fire damage, or if the Titan tree is reducing fire damage and I catch on to it, then I still have a backup option. And so I'm going to go ahead and remove fire line. I'm going to, let's see what I got. I'm going to add sights. I'm going to add sights onto Brawl, because this is one of those things, if you looked at some of my other videos, one of the things I'm talking about is having options. So sights is actually one of the bots that I would want to use in a combat bot situation where, hey man, everybody loves Fireline, not taking away from Fireline, but this is one of those times where I say, hey, so maybe there's fire reduction and I want to go use sights, because sights has a decent amount of damage. And I'm going to go ahead and, well, I'll leave it there, because I'm actually going to do a video. I'm going to try to continue my series on combat bots here this week, and so I don't want to go give away too much, because I'm going to be reviewing that particular batch. So I'll just leave it where it's at. I got 4-star. I think would I have it at level 6? I believe it was. So I'm gonna do that, and I also, let's go in here and change the, well, actually I'll try it with just sights for a second, because what I want to do is try to double down on the fire damage. So I'll do that with Fireline and with, well, just both with Fireline, and also, hold on, I'm saying buffering right here, and also with the G metal core, excuse me. I said I was in there looking at the screen for a second. So I'll try the same thing. I'll try Brawl, Flatline, and Get some of that damage all the way through. And yeah, it's taking a little bit longer because, I mean, honestly, when you go use fire line, that, you know, those it melts quick, that's for sure. But I like fire line because I like doing damage to multiple targets, and I think it becomes important here because one of the things that I noticed is some of those stronger defenses. Oh, that was a good shot there. Got that missile launcher and the mortar. Let's see if I can get both of these auto cannons. I got one, not the other. Not too bad. Let me take down, see if I can take down one of the, actually, let me see if I can take down the Titan first. But yeah, it's good, man. Like, you use sights and then get damage to multiple targets, and it can really help out a lot. But yeah, now I said I really like it a lot. And this is one of the reasons why I was coming after him, and this is one of the reasons why I'm trying to build sights a little bit, because I said I can go in there and get a decent amount of damage, and I can get a lot of damage out of the ability as well. So I'm gonna do one last practice run, and we're gonna go back to Fireline. We also gonna go back to the G1 ability, and let's see how that works. Because like I said, I've been testing this bot a little bit, just trying to get myself a little bit more practice. I do have the 4-star, but I don't use it as heavily because it's like I'm looking right at this point. I got a lot of farm bots. I got a lot of Z farm bots too. I really want more. I want more reliable war bots, and I want war bots that I can use in multiple situations. And this is why I decided to continue in the batch 4. And that, in fact, when the new batch comes out, I think I'll be ready for another 5-star again. So it's no worries on my end about that. So let's do this. Let's go back to my 5-star Brawl. Let's see if I can go get that G1 cool. So this G1 cool, I got it at level 15. Or level 14, excuse me. I said I hadn't maxed it all the way out or anything yet, because I'm still trying to play around and see if that's where I want to go. If I want to go in there and start putting more emphasis in that, we'll also get fire line. I'm gonna try to double down on some of this fire damage. And so a lot of times when I'm looking at abilities, I like the normal ability and the special ability to kind of do the same thing sometimes. So this is what I really want to test to see if, hey, this could be the test if I don't have fire effects or anything to reduce fire, this could be exactly the way I want to set this bot up. Now I know a lot of players don't like doing the whole damage over time thing, but I do believe that damage over time has its purpose. And particularly when you're dealing with ranged options, try to get some of the stuff before it gets you. Like when I'm looking at like these auto cannons. Now if I can go get some damage over time on these guys before they even get a chance to strike, nah, I'm good. And so we'll do the same type pairing. Get some fire damage on your normal attack. Get some fire damage on the other attacks. Now let Flatline's turret work. Try to keep him some health. And see the fire damage, and it melts that second auto cannon. So that becomes really helpful for me, especially as I run into a lot of auto cannons that have the HVS power core. And so if I'm able to run fire without reduction, this seems like the way to go. Yeah, he's really working out there right now. And like I said, the cost is a good cost for such a strong ability. And you know, he's cleared out, just him and Flatline, he's cleared out a good portion of the front of this base. Like I said, if I can use the fire damage, the damage over time, it's pretty solid. If I can't, then I'm conscious of it and I give myself additional options to deal with that. But I mean, right now, the way that I have, and this is my old design that I had on the test server, I actually need to update it to my current one that I'm using on the live server. But yeah, I really like this a lot, and I think I'm going to try to double down and try to invest in this, you know, doing the long stretch. But I mean, that's a lot of base that he's taking out by himself, and I still got a really strong impactor kind of just waiting out here and to kind of take over. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at for this week. That's what I'm looking at for my con highlight. I think that I will be investing in him. And if you guys got some experience with Brawl, especially the 5-star Brawl, like let me know. Let me know in the comments. If you haven't joined my Discord server, I'll leave a link for it in the description of this video, and it's also on the about page of this video. And if you like what I'm doing here with my content, go ahead and give me a like. If you haven't subscribe to me. And you know, but definitely get into that Discord server. We talk a lot of strategy, we talk a lot of current events with the game, and I just really enjoy this, getting different perspectives from different players throughout the Transformers Earth Wars community. So yeah, sign up for that. I'll leave you all the links here in the description in this video. But other than that, that's what I'm looking at for my next bot. Wish me luck. I'm very close. So wish me luck, and I'll see you guys out there on the battlefield. Freezius out.